Okay, these I can't click on. I would have expected that I could click on any of these.
Maybe the chevron?
Oh, I don't know what just happened. Okay, now I can click on those. Yeah, some of it is clickable and some of it is not, it appears. And also it's like jumping me up and down on the screen. Um, it seems to just be moving on its own timer and not letting me do anything, which is confusing. Um, and again, this is one of those things where it feels like you wouldn't intentionally design it to work this way. Instead, it created a
And it,
component and you went
and it
like,
does
yeah,
a
that seems
hand, and
cool.
it does sometimes work.
Only on those nested ones. If you try the other ones, it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, and this beta label here is
Oh, I didn't even see that.
super
Yeah.
hidden. There's sometimes a chevron, sometimes not. Um, yeah, this feels maybe like a little bit sloppy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one agentic layer, generate an investment memo. Um, yeah, even the little bits of motion here is the kind of thing that like AI will just give you that for free, and you're like, yeah, okay, let's go with that. But you would never create yourself. Yeah, I can't even tell what I'm supposed to do with any of this. It hovers and expands a little bit, but like nothing is clickable. We got some fade ins. It just feels like it's lacking a lot of like useful information presented in the right ways. And at least not purple though. Got a lot
Yeah,
of blue.
yeah. Fit and finish as well as kind of like meaty content.
Yeah,
Like clear messaging is
yeah,
maybe lacking a little bit.
yeah,
The visual style, if I didn't have to scroll through it,
yeah,
is actually kind of fresh.
yeah, yeah. Like it reminds me of Lovable or things like that kind of have that like grainy, zoomed in kind
Yeah.
of picture in the
Not
background.
not sure what these boxes here represent in the
Yeah, I
background.
didn't even notice that.
Yeah, some weird artifact.
All right, Zarna, thank you. Okay, well, thank you everybody for submitting your sites. And Rafael, we've seen a bunch of them now. What are some of your takeaways here?
Yeah, I think definitely lots of purple
A
gradients.
lot of purple.
And in general, kind of like a lot of kind of like the same patterns. You know, we see animations kind of like for animation's sake, just because it's possible now. I would have killed to have these kind of like AI superpowers when I built my first website. So I think it's wonderful that we have them. But you are still kind of like responsible to not outsource your thinking to LLMs, and actually just use them as tools to get your brilliant ideas, designs, novel, maybe kind of like interactions out on the web to dazzle your customers. And I think that's what a landing page should do in the end. It's kind of like a customer acquisition channel, right? This is not your product. This is not a web site as in kind of like a cool thing on the web. There's space for that as well, but these are like startup landing pages, and they're basically customer acquisition channels. So that's how I would really use these tools.
I totally agree with all of those. A couple others I would add. One, I think it's really important that you QA everything. It's
Mm-hmm.
very easy to create something, but we went through and we found, some quirks or bugs or things like that here or there, or things that were confusing. Ultimately, you, the founder, you, the human, need to be the one that goes through and makes sure that, the interactions and everything else work right. The other one is, it's important that your site and your brand, they come through as the thing that you want to represent your company, and that originality and something that feels different. And it's very easy using the same tools that everybody else is using to end up in the same place. You have to be intentional about ending up in a different place. And so rather than start from what does the AI spit out and then let's tweak that, I would start from, what color